Hi everyone, an early happy side hustle show today. I was trying to do it in people's lunch breaks, but my lunch break ended up getting taken up by a whole load of stuff. So this is the break that I have between what I was doing this morning and what I'm doing this afternoon. So welcome along everyone. Happy Monday. I am feeling brilliant today because I had my vaccine on Thursday and I didn't really have any side effect. I felt a bit low in energy on Friday, but my arm has been aching, like just seriously aching. So I've had to go down the paracetamol route for the past few days, but I'm feeling so much better today. But also, I know it's 3 weeks, but starting to feel a little bit more invincible than I certainly did this time last week. So I hope you're all on your way to that as well. Exciting in England today, isn't it? That things are opening up. It's my cousin's birthday today. And my cousin, I'm just looking at the time because my cousin, in fact, both of my cousin's partner and my uncle were all going to the pub at 12 o'clock. They had the pub booked at 12. I think they've got another one booked at 4. That's right, to celebrate Carrie's birthday, which is so lovely. Hi, Alexis. So exciting times if you're in England. I'm not sure what the opening dates are in Northern Ireland or Wales, but I do know that in Scotland we've got to wait to the 26th of April before, certainly before hospitality opens up here. So yeah, looking forward to that, but looking forward to seeing people that I'm fine, Shona. Oh, it's totally worth it because it was just because of my vaccine. Like, and I wasn't poorly. I just just really low in energy. That's probably the best way. And you know, for me, it was probably a bit of self-care was probably the right thing to do as well, because I do have to schedule that in because I'm just always so excited about the next thing I want to do that I think, hold on a minute, when was the last time you actually took a break? So, but all good. I'm really excited, and also counted that if I get my second vaccine within 12 weeks, which obviously, unless anything changes, is the plan, I will have it before the summer, like before the start of July. So that means like holidays might open up, like obviously just staycations and stuff, but just to have had the second vaccine by then would just be amazing. Like, just so grateful. And so everything feels exciting now though, doesn't it? I feel excited for people in England that can go to the pub and get their hair done. Like, that's really exciting. We were able to, hairdressers were able to open here last week actually. So we're done a slightly different time scale to the rest of the 4 nations, or the remaining 3 nations. But my hairdresser comes to the house, so she's not allowed to be back in business until the 26th of April. So I am at the point where I'm thinking, I really need to get the ends of this haircut off. I'm just going to have to wait. So for all of you, well, I guess it's going to depend how easy it is to get an appointment as well. But anyway, right. So I just wanted to talk to you about confidence. Hi, Deborah. I want to talk to you about confidence. So this has come to mind because I was listening to a confidence conference. Try saying that 3 times fast. Confidence conference. Yesterday when I was out for a walk, and it was really interesting. So confidence is one of the things that I deliver training courses on myself in my day job. But there were a whole load of experts delivering a whole load of different opinions and a whole load of different strategies in this conference. And there were a few things that I picked up because, you know, you can always learn, can't you? Like, no matter how much you know about a subject, there's always something else to learn. So I just wanted to pass on one to you now, like the main one, I think, for confidence, but also to say to you, because I know some of you have bought either the Ultimate Launch Toolkit or the Ultimate Success Toolkit. And if you have got that, if you're in ownership of that, if you own that, I am delivering a super confidence masterclass tonight in the Happy Hustle Club, which is solely for people that have purchased at the moment, might expand, but at the moment, either the launch toolkit or the success toolkit. So if you have purchased that already, you come and join me in the Happy Hustle Club tonight at 6 p.m. and I will tell you more about confidence. I've got 5 strategies I want to share in the masterclass. I'll just give you a little flavor of it now. If you aren't already in that club because you haven't got either of the toolkits, honestly, the toolkits are brilliant. They are absolutely jam-packed with stuff that will help you with your side hustle. And the feedback I get about them is so lovely. And they're only £27. And honestly, like they are worth, it's worth £300, at least I would say. I normally sell them for £97, but from time to time, I sell them at 27. So they are available at 27 today. So if you did want to join me live tonight, or even just to catch up on the replay for that super confidence masterclass, you would be able to buy one of those toolkits this afternoon. The link is with this video, so you can click in and see what all's in there. But anyway, for those of you that already have, you can join me at 6. If 6 doesn't work for you, it'll always be available on replay. Okay, let's get to it though. Confidence. So the absolute foundation of confidence is to understand that everybody is born confident. So, and you know this because you were once a toddler. And when you were a toddler, you were super confident. If you have toddlers or are around toddlers in any way, you will know they are super confident. It's really rare, in fact, probably impossible, to get a toddler that isn't like totally full of themselves and isn't strutting about. Like, I remember there was definitely a phase in my life. So I talk about my kids a lot, I know, but there's coming up for 17 and 18 now. And there's obviously a year between them. So when they were young, like now it's great because they're really good friends and it works out brilliantly. But when they were young, like it was quite a small age gap when they were baby and toddler. So that it was kind of harder, I would say, for the first couple of years, and then it became easier. But anyway, I spent many times trying to take both my toddlers out somewhere. And toddlers tend to have, well, certainly my toddlers tend to have very strong opinions as to what they should wear. And I remember we went through a phase where they wouldn't wear anything, any t-shirt that didn't have a character on it. So they didn't like plain t-shirts. They wanted t-shirts with, I remember, so Dora the Explorer was a big thing when my kids were little. I know Dora's sort of still about, lots kids TV will have moved on significantly, but Dora had a cousin called Diego who was kind of just introduced when my kids were really into watching kids TV, so they absolutely loved Diego. So they just wanted t-shirts with like Diego the Explorer on them, or I can't even remember what the other. And then it moved into like superhero t-shirts, like they would be quite happy with a Spider-Man t-shirt, a Batman t-shirt, something like that. But anyway, to get them out of the house, like quite often they would just want to come out in their costumes. So they'd be like, yes, I will go to Costa Coffee with you, but I am only coming if I can wear my muscle padded superhero suit. And you'd be like, okay, do you know, it's just easier. So quite often I would be in Costa Coffee with a Batman and a Superman, just like parading around with their cape flowing behind them. Just supreme confidence. Just toddlers are amazing because there's just not a part of them going, well, this is a bit embarrassing. Or toddlers are going, no, people are looking at me. That's great. They're looking at me because I'm great. And then as we grow and you know, as you get your life experience, it depends how your life experience has been. But often we sort of get schooled into us, you know, well, you don't want to be like too confident because that could be perceived as negative. You know, that there's different words for being too confident, isn't there? Or, well, different words that are supposed to be for being too confident, but it's actually a completely different thing. But anyway, so I don't want to go into that too much because that is what I'm going to talk about a little bit later on tonight in the masterclass. But I just want to start with the absolute foundation of confidence is going back to when you were a toddler and remembering how you were, because that was you and that's still inside you. And you've just got out of the habit of rocking around in a Superman costume with a cape flowing at the back. Like, you've just got out of the habit of that. If that makes you absolutely cringe inside, if I were to say to you, right, I want you to put on a fancy dress costume and I want you to go out and I want you to walk up your street, if that makes you feel like just cringing up, imagine if you did it. I'm not going to ask you to do it, although you could, but imagine if you did it today, and then you did it tomorrow, and then you did it the next day, and then you did it the next day. At some point, there will become less kind of embarrassment about it, less just want to curl up. It just becomes the norm. It just becomes who you are. So let's, like, maybe wearing a Superman costume maybe isn't the norm, but let's take, so here's one that I have discussed, and I would have to work on this as well. I remember watching Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, you know, like the latest one. I just love the Mamma Mia films. I don't love much worthy telly. I love trash telly. And I absolutely, because it's just pure escapism for me. I absolutely love Mamma Mia. And I was a massive ABBA fan because of my age. And when I grew up, me and my cousin pretended to be ABBA all the time. Anyway, but I absolutely love Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. I think that's what it's called. The latest one, anyway. And in it, young Donna, so if you've watched Mamma Mia, you know what I mean. Young Donna, played by Lily Collins, isn't it? Goes to Greece. And when she's going to Greece, she wears a hat, and it's a big sort of, it's like a sort of blue, turquoisey, velvet, floppy hat that just looks amazing on her. She just like pops the hat on, she styles herself beautifully, and she just goes. There's a scene where she's just in the airport. And I remember watching that and going, oh, I would so love to wear a hat like that. And like, why couldn't I wear a hat? There's no reason I don't wear a hat. So if I just walked up my street with a hat on, I would feel really conscious, because I would feel people would be going, Julie, why are you wearing a hat? But I know lots of people, not lots of people, I know some people that wear hats brilliantly. In fact, I know a hat designer who's always rocking a hat. And they wear hats brilliantly, and I would never, like, I look at them in admiration. I don't ever look at anyone in a hat and go, well, that's ridiculous, they're wearing a hat. But even although I teach confidence, I still have to work through this myself. I still have to work through the whole, and also I've got like a really big skull. So often hats are like on me. So it's not a good look. So I would have to have the perfect hat. But anyway, the point of this is, the first time I got the perfect hat and wore it out, I would probably feel a little bit uncomfortable. And the reason I'd feel a little bit uncomfortable is because it would be new. So confidence comes through competence. And the only way you can become competent at something is to practice it. And it's completely normal to feel weird, uncomfortable, whatever the words are for you, the first time you do something, and the second time you do something, and the third time you do something, and the fourth time you do something. But there comes a point, around 21 times, things start to form and become habits. There comes a point where it isn't awkward and weird anymore. You just become Julie who wears hats. You just become that person. Really into the idea of Julie who wears hats now. That hadn't occurred to me before I started talking. But anyway, you just become that person. You become it just becomes part of you. So when I started teaching confidence, there was a part of me that was just like, well, who am I to teach confidence? But I've been doing it for so long now. I'm so comfortable with it. Like, I know any question I get asked, I probably know the answer. I've probably come across it before. And if I haven't, I know how to find out the answer or come back. So I'm confident at teaching confidence, but I wasn't the very first day I did it. But you have to just fake it till you make it. And all I mean by that is you have to push yourself to do the thing. Because until you do the thing, you can't get the confidence. I will never become hat confident by never wearing a hat. I will never wake up one day and go, wow, I think I'm totally a hat person now, and everyone will accept that. And I will feel completely comfortable walking about in a hat. I really feel I'm going to have to go on Etsy and get myself a hat after this chat. But you know what I'm saying? Confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from practice, and practice comes from feeling the fear and doing it anyway. So confidence in side hustling comes from feeling a bit like, oh, and I see so many people in the community starting questions with, oh, forgive me, like, I don't know if this is a silly question, and I don't know if this is, and I just think, oh, bless you, like, so good for you for asking that question. Well done for taking that one step forward, because a lot of people don't. The majority of people don't. And the majority of people don't know what to do, so they don't do it. Taking that step and just going, do you know what? I'm going to try this. And the first time I wear a hat, it might not be the right size, and it might fall over my eyes, or it might hurt my head because it's too tight, or it might not be waterproof and I might wear it in a rain. There's so many ways I can go wrong wearing a hat. But each time I wear a hat and I work out what's going on with the weather and on what I need to do next time, it just evolves. And eventually I know all the things I need to know about wearing a hat. It's the same with a side hustle. You need to take the steps. You need to keep moving forward. You need to go, this feels uncomfortable, but that's okay, because everything feels uncomfortable if you haven't done it before. Everything. But eventually it doesn't. Eventually you do your 21 times of practice, roughly, and you've earned your badge. You then are a confident, whatever that thing was. Side hustler, social media poster, jewelry creator, hat wearer. You decide what steps forward you want to take to develop the competence to become confident. If you would like more of this, join me tonight. Either if you're already in the Happy Hustle Club, come and find me there at 6 p.m, or it will be available on replay. If you aren't, you have the opportunity to buy either the Side Hustle Success Pack or the Side Hustle Lunch Pack today for £27. Click the link, and if you do it before 5:45 tonight, I will see you in the Happy Hustle Club at 6. Take care and have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye.